Hey, there's something here. I need to figure this out. Look, CX AI. Somehow these play together. I got to be able to figure this out. I know. Let's go to Enterprise Connect. Hey, everybody. This is Craig Durr, Chief Analyst and Founder from the Collab Collective. Hey, I told you a while ago I was on a quest, a journey. I'm trying to learn out this new concept that people are talking more and more about, which is customer experience. Now, we've talked about this in the past as contact center, but we're totally evolved away from there. There's more ways that businesses are getting in touch with customers and how they're aligning it, especially in this age of AI, is becoming pretty dramatic. So where else could I find and learn out more? How about Enterprise Connect 2025? So join me, and I'm going to talk to some people, and I'm going to start with a very simple question. What is customer experience for them? Come on, let's see what we find out. Where better to start than with Google? And I want to introduce Matt Clare, who's going to tell me about Google's story. Matt, I am trying to understand, what was customer experience? What does it mean to you in Google?
Yeah, customer experience, I think, is a lot bigger than what most people here think of when they think of customer experience. I think most of the people here will think of contact center experience.
Okay.
So we're actually here today demonstrating our customer engagement suite with Google AI. We very specifically did not call this customer experience with Google AI because customer experience is about a lot more than the context. So we're really focused on kind of contact center, e-commerce, sales, marketing use cases on this booth today.
Yep.
When you think of customer experience, it's everything from Google Search and Google Ads to fulfillment in the back end, right?
So we're talking holistically. Second question for you. How does AI change this conversation for you and the Google experience?
Yeah, so we think of AI really touching every point of the customer journey.
Yeah.
So starting with what we call conversational agents. So this is generative, leveraging Gemini and the LLMs on the back end, doing things like chatbot and voice bot experiences. Once those conversations actually go to a customer service representative, AI stays in the conversation. So it's doing kind of traditional whisper coach, supervisor type functionality with
that whisper coach idea. I love that.
And doing things like summarization at the end of the calls, real-time transcription, real-time translation. So if you contacted me as a customer, you speak English and French, you suddenly switch to French, I'm actually getting in on the screen exactly what you said.
You've got translated captions is what you guys call it. Yeah, I love it. So you're taking me through this whole customer journey.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Next stop. So Cloud Next.
Next stop is Google Cloud Next. Stay tuned for more exciting announcements.
We will, but I'm going to go find out some more. What does customer experience mean? Thank you so much. Nice to meet you today. All right. All right, everybody. Another stop on this journey. I'm going to visit with AudioCodes and Maggie. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am actually trying to understand something, and maybe you can help me.
Sure.
I want to understand this idea of customer experience. Tell me, what does customer experience mean to you in AudioCodes?
Well, for us at VOCA, conversational interaction summary.
Okay.
Yep. It means that how can we most efficiently meet our customers' needs?
Okay.
So both in cost and functionality.
I understand. Now, this is an AI-centric show, and you showed me some cool stuff coming down the road earlier. What does AI play into this? How does that help this cost functionality conversation?
Well, again, AI is just another word for efficiency, right? So it's how we can funnel our clients' needs most efficiently through our network.
Okay.
And that's really, in short, with what any kind of conversational IVR or any AI does for organizations.
Right. Yeah. By the way, don't forget to mention that really cool interaction that you have, the interop that you have with Microsoft Teams.
Yes.
I love that part of that.
So VOCA is natively integrated with Microsoft Teams.
Right.
And so you have that 5 nines of reliability. And so when people are looking for a contact center solution, the first thing they want is what?
Reliability.
Reliability. You want it to work. Check.
There it is.
And since it's on Microsoft Teams, it's something that people all across and any kind of application uses very natively, very easily. So it's very easy to deploy.
All right. I love this. Okay. I'm getting a bigger picture here. I appreciate it, Maggie. I'm going to continue my quest right now,
Thank you.
understanding what customer experience is.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, I am continuing my discovery of what this means and who better to talk to in Webex, and who even better at Webex, but Jess Smith, who was on stage for the keynote, giving some demonstrations. Jess, how you doing?
Hey, Craig. Good to see you.
Okay, I've got 2 questions.
Sure.
I'm trying to understand, what is customer experience? We're talking about it a lot. What does it mean to you and the Webex team?
Fantastic. Customer experience has gotten really, really big. I think in this day and age, organizations are really looking at what is the customer journey?
Right.
What are all the different touch points along their journey and within that experience? And how do we create cohesion, seamlessness, ultimately eliminating friction so that we can see that journey as really one continue?
I love it, because we've all been on that phone call, right? Nothing more than losing context going from the phone call or the chat to something else, right?
Absolutely.
All right, here's the kicker question.
Yes.
We can't talk about this without talking about AI and how that's changing that story.
Yeah.
How do you see AI playing into enhancing and making this customer journey better?
Yeah. Now we're in a stage when LLMs have made such incredible advancements on AI that AI is actually now the enabler to that seamlessness and that cohesion that I just mentioned within a customer journey. So now is the time.
This is the best part I love about I'm learning right now, is that this is where this is really practically the rubber's hitting the road, right?
Yes.
Customer experience is one of these perfect opportunities to actually leverage something like AI to make that more seamless, more smooth, and more robust.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
I think I'm learning something here. It's good. All right, Jess, thank you so much.
Right.
I'm going to continue this journey. All right, let's keep going. Okay, everybody, Craig Durr is still here, still trying to understand this concept of what is customer experience. Who better to tell more about it than the people at Five9? And to walk me through it, I have Matt McGinnis, VP of Product Marketing.
Hi there.
Hey, I am on this quest, this journey. I'm trying to understand this idea. Everyone's talking about CX now and using that language.
Yes.
What does that mean to you and the team from Five9?
Yeah, absolutely. So CX is customer experience, for those who don't know the acronym.
Right.
But really what it is an understanding of what is the customer journey when they engage with brand.
Okay.
Right? How do they engage to buy product, to continue using the product, or if they have issues with a product? So customer experience is really the understanding of what are they experiencing as a customer, and they want it to be a good experience.
I got it. Okay, cool. But now there's another topic taking place here. A lot of people are talking about AI. Now, does this change the story? How does AI play into this customer experience? We're talking about a journey here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, so AI is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. It's almost a crossing the chasm transformational moment in our industry.
I love that.
And so, with that, what we have is look at self-service or agent empowerment or managerial insights. AI has use cases that really span all of those different use cases, right? With more and more products that are making life easier, making it more informational so you can make better decisions.
Okay.
And by the way, improving those net promoter scores, those customer satisfaction scores,
Right.
and whatnot. So AI makes CX better.
So brands went out as they expand their customer journey, leveraging AI across this entire life cycle.
That's right. And so we at Five9 talk about the new CX, which really is customer experience powered by AI to make that much better.
I love it. All right, Matt, I think you helped me out here.
Awesome.
I'm going to continue this journey. Everyone, let's keep going to learn some more.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, everybody, I am still here at Enterprise Connect 2025, and I've got those 2 basic questions I keep answering. Who better to help fill in the story than Twilio? And I've got the right person here to help me with this. Scott, how are you doing?
Good, Craig. How are you?
It's great to see you again. Hey, I'm like a babe in the woods here. I'm on a quest. I'm trying to understand something, but I want to understand from your point of view. There's a lot of conversation about CX now. We're not talking, contact center, customer experience. What does that mean in the world of Twilio?
So it's a good question. And I think it's important to understand that there is a convergence that is happening,
Okay.
right? Of all these different domains of the UCaaS, CCaaS, CDP, all this stuff. That's coming together to create a better customer experience for our customers, right? By bringing all these technologies together. And I think that's what we're seeing discussed here at Enterprise.
So we're talking about bringing it all under one root in some ways, right? Actually to help unify that story.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are phenomenal in terms of connecting that information across these different modalities as well, too. But here's an interesting twist. Everyone's talking about AI.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that's interesting probably for you, but help me understand, how does AI play into the story of this universal customer experience then?
So I think a lot of companies for a while were just like, hey, we got to transform as a business. I need to figure out how to better communicate with my customer over digital channels.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing SMS, I'm pushing email, I'm pushing voice, whatever it might be.
Okay.
Well, now I got to figure out a way to make it more personal to them. So I'm going to need to understand the data and the underlying impact of like who this person is, what's the historical context, right? But if I can use that data to get the insights, this is where AI is going to change the game, right?
All right, I see this.
Better personalization, doing it at scale, understanding the context of who I'm working with. But from the business side, it's going to fundamentally change the ROI of building components to reach out to these.
And I bet this really helps the customer in their journey, their experience as well too, right?
Yeah, because every touch point they have with the company should be understood.
Yeah.
And you have a better customer experience across the whole journey.
All right. So I think I've seen this picture. We're talking about a unification taking place across all these different customer touch points, and you're kind of empowering it, making it more personal. I love that word.
Absolutely.
And helping even the brand itself, the company, how they're interacting with this client, right? It's
absolutely right. That's right.
All right. I appreciate this. Scott, you got me so much closer. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Everyone, let's continue this journey to learn more about customer experience. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Patrick, Kelly, this is perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great to see you. Hey, I am still on this quest, and I'm trying to have this audience to this idea, this discovery. We're at Enterprise Connect.
Yes.
A lot of people are talking about something, and I need you to help me understand this.
Give me a shot.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Okay.
Hey, CX. What does CX mean? We're talking about this a lot, but help me understand from the Zoom perspective, what does CX mean here?
You know, CX is not something new, right? We've had CX for decades.
Okay.
And honestly, it's been kind of boring, right? No one wants to talk about contact center.
Right.
Right? No one wants to talk about call centers. Guy, all you picture is a bunch of guys with headphones on taking all these calls. It's not a sexy topic.
It's not.
But the point is that Zoom is changing that conversation.
Okay.
Because Zoom has been known as a UCaaS company for 12 plus years.
Right.
But now the CX is the forefront of where we're going.
Right.
And so now, how do we mix UCaaS and CCaaS into what our friend Tim calls multicaaS?
Well,
that's where the future is.
So we're talking about an experience though, right? You're able now to touch these customers every point along in their journey.
Yeah.
In some ways, right?
Well, think about how, as you as a customer, in the past, you're like, I have to call the 1-800 number on the back of my card,
right,
and wait on hold, and hopefully somebody answers. Well, what if you didn't have to do that? What if you want to choose how you want to engage somebody? Chat, email, phone, video, audio,
all these different modalities you're bringing together.
Your choice, not mine.
Is that it?
That's what I love it. Beautiful.
Hey, now, we can't not talk about AI. And you guys have been leading on this story though, but AI has got to change this in some way. How does AI help this customer experience?
Well, think about in the past when you engaged with a contact center or a call center, right? You were on hold for who knows how long, waiting for somebody to answer. And that person had a script that they were going off of, and you were hoping they'd get to the point. Right. But what if you could engage early the way you want? What if you could just chat with maybe a virtual bot, and then you could ask it questions, and that bot had a full FAQ full of data. And somebody's probably asked that question before you did.
Right.
And that AI bot could literally go out and get that information and give it to you real time.
All right. CX enabled by AI. We're talking about a customer journey that's more empowered, more personalized. It sounds like, right?
Absolutely.
And it's even helping these agents actually deliver a better experience when
you're making them Zoom happy.
I love it. That's bringing it back. All right, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the time. I think we are doing well here, and we are trying to finally figuring out CX in AI.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, I feel better here. I think I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here. CX meeting AI is about taking this customer journey across the entire ecosystem, every touch point, and using AI to personalize it so it becomes more of an intuitive, frictionless experience. And the brands benefit, the customers benefit. There's a lot of good win here, but I think there's a lot more to learn. So let's keep going. We're going to continue this journey learning more about CX and what it means, especially how AI can impact it. Come with me. We're out of here.